around it. And now I was headed to meet the modern-day Jim Corbett. How many times have you thought about giving up everything, buying a house on a hill, and living happily ever after? I know I think about it every single day, and I've decided to make it my retirement plan. But I'm about to meet someone who's actually living that dream. He's bought an entire hill, made it into a wildlife reserve. Close to the northern borders of the Jim Corbett National Park lies a small buffer zone called the Sitabani Forest. Reaching Sitabani was a real task, and the boulders weren't making it any easier. But the acceleration was impressive, as was the soft clutch pedal. But the duster made sure that there were no stones blocking my path. And it's here that a Bollywood musician has created his own little dream world. Composer by profession and a conservationist by passion, Abhishek has composed music for some of the biggest Bollywood films. After making it in Tinseltown, this nature lover went to Sitabani all the way from Mumbai and spent his savings in buying an entire hill. Hi, Abhishek.
Hey.
Look at this. I think this gives me an insight into the kind of person you are and what I'm about to see here today. How are you?
Welcome to my forest, Sitabani Wildlife Reserve, the best of Indian wildlife.
From the top of Abhishek's hill, one can clearly see the topography surrounding this place. There are two giant hills beyond which lies the vast expanse of Jim Corbett National Park. The view can simply be described as nature untouched. For travelers who want to live right in the center of Uttarakhand's wildlife, they can experience that in this little homestay at Sitabani. So Abhishek, tell me a little bit about how you acquired this place and why.
While I was doing a census in Corbett, I stumbled upon this hill, this entire hill. And this was a completely dry and degraded part of the hill in which people were doing cotton/agriculture, which really severely degrades the soil.
Right. Before Abhishek bought this hill, it had been mainly used by farmers for crop rotation. During this time, an important corridor crossed by the animals to obtain water had been blocked. After Abhishek bought this place, he restored the natural corridor for the animals and single-handedly removed the conflict between man and animal in this area.
Gradually, with rainwater harvesting, the water bodies, planting the right kind of fruiting trees around here, endemic species, the birds and the wildlife, they bounce back. So that was the idea behind Sitabani Wildlife.
Wow, so you've given this place life, essentially.
Primarily, water is the source of life. And water is like a magnet for wildlife. And the surrounding mountains they don't have too much of water. So it was an arduous task to dig out this entire thing 30 feet deep and then make the layering. Pond has a layering, the gravel and the sand, and the pond also has an ecosystem. So on this water body, you have a fixed time for almost every animal to come and drink. Like right now, you see the tree pie over there, eating that fruit.
Wow.
That's guler. That's an Indian fig. Now I've planted 8 species of fig trees here. So for birds, this is like a haven. They eat the figs and then they have their sip of water, and they often take a bath and then they go. You see that huge bird, black and white bird, with a yellow beak.
Yes.
That is a great hornbill. It's one of the most magnificent and large birds that inhabit the Indian subcontinent.
There are around 1,350 species of birds in India, and Sitabani alone has 600 species that Abhishek has spotted personally. Well, I don't think 5 in 40 minutes is that bad at all.
You've seen them, and I've heard more than that.
No, we're not whiling away time. We're actually waiting to spot one of the famous Kumaon tigers.
Tigers are completely averse to the human voice, so we can whisper, but we can't talk. And if we whisper and stay silently for long, he might choose to show himself.
Clearly, it was a hobby of the patient. And then we saw one right in front of our eyes. Walking the walk of one that owns the jungle. It was an incredible experience spotting the big cat in the wild. What Abhishek had done was commendable.
So Abhishek, I know that music is a huge part of your life. You work in the industry as a composer, but nature is also a huge part of your life. So tell me how the two worlds intertwine and connect for you.
See, I've always felt that I have just two parts to myself. There are two hemispheres. One is music and the other is nature. To put it in the best way, I always feel that I inhale nature and I exhale music. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, lali ho, shia, badhani lali ho, nidharo,
My day flashed in front of me.